going on, guys? So there's all these rumors going around online about TSC putting something in their feed to make the chickens not lay, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. I've been watching these videos left and right trying to see what their evidence is, what their proof is that TSC would go out of their way to make your chickens not lay. TSC is in the business of making money. So what do you think this is doing to their profit margin? That, oh, their feed stopped making my chickens lay because they put something in their feed and TSC is out to get my chickens and my eggs. Really? Really? Or does TSC have this massive aisle that all they do is carry chicken supplies? They even sell egg cartons for you to put your chicken eggs into. Does that even make sense? Why does TSC care? TSC doesn't care about making money? No? And I've been watching so many of these people's videos looking for any proof, and there is absolutely no proof. I can tell none of these people know what they're talking about because they have this like misconception that just because you're buying feed from TSC and it has TSC's logo, that TSC is what you think. Their TSC is growing the corn and the soy and the wheat and all the ingredients that goes into the chicken feed themselves, or do they source it out to a local farmer, multiple farmers that grow the corn, wheat, soy, and every ingredient that's in your chicken feed? They grow it, send the ingredients to a packaging plant, and they package it and put TSC's sticker on there, their logo on there. And what you guys don't realize is that that same store that is putting TSC's logo on their feed is also putting multiple other feed companies' logos on their bag. The same way, like if you go to a winery, they put different companies' logos on the wine, but the wine all comes from usually the same place. So TSC doesn't have their employees growing this stuff themselves. It all goes to a packaging plant. They package it, put multiple companies' logos on them, and distribute them out to their stores, okay? So there's no conspiracy about TSC going out of their way and putting an ingredient in their chicken feed or taking something out to make it not lay. Companies will change their ingredients all the time. They are in the business of making money. This doesn't make any sense. Do you really think TSC cares about how many chicken eggs you have on your counter or in your fridge? These people who are putting this out there know absolutely nothing about raising chickens or laying hens. In my town, I'm known as the chicken guy. I was on the front page of our local newspaper because I'm known for raising chickens for the past 15 years, okay? So we know what we're talking about. The reason your chickens aren't laying eggs has nothing to do with the feed. It has to, well, a little bit. If you want your chickens to lay during the winter, during this time of the year, you need three things. You need layer feed, you need warm water, and you need a light in your coop. If you don't have those three, your chickens are not going to lay that many eggs. So around this time of the year, this always happens. The chicken production slows down, and people who don't know much about chickens or haven't done this for a long time just assume that it's their feed. It has nothing to do with the feed. Put a light in your coop and you'll see how many eggs you'll start getting. And there's gonna be people in the comments being like, well, you shouldn't do that to the chickens, the poor chickens. Why are you guys making them lay eggs in the winter? Because we're doing this for eggs. We want eggs, that's why. There's absolutely nothing wrong with TSC's feed. If there was, they would recall everything and pull it off the shelf. Common sense. TSC in Canada will hire Canadian farmers to grow all their wheat, corn, soy, all the ingredients in their feed. Then they ship that to a plant where they packages it all and put their logo on it and ship it to their stores. In the United States, it's the same way. They don't got their employees sitting there mixing this stuff themselves where they would put something in it to not make it lay. All of this stuff is done by actual farmers who sell this feed to multiple companies and they put their own logos on it, okay? The same thing happens with wine and alcohol. You don't have a plant just making one company's product. It doesn't make sense logistically and financially. So one plant will make feed for multiple companies. That's how this stuff works. The reason you're not getting eggs is because you don't have a light in your coop. You're not harming your chickens by giving them light during the winter. I've been doing this for almost 20 years and I've never seen any negative effects. You want to get eggs, put a light in your coop, give them warm water and layer feed, and you'll see how many eggs you'll get in the winter. So stop buying into the fear and use your common sense.